Feeling lost in motherhood? You're not alone. But today I'm going to share three powerful steps you can take right now to start reclaiming your identity. These are simple yet incredibly effective, and I promise they'll help you feel more like yourself again. Hi, I'm Tanil, and I help moms navigate the often tricky journey of rediscovering who they are beyond motherhood. In our last episode, we explored why so many moms lose their identity. Today, I'm excited to share three powerful yet simple steps that you can take to start finding yourself again. Because you deserve to feel whole and fulfilled and like the amazing woman that you are. The first step to reclaiming your identity is making time for yourself. I know it's easier said than done, right? But it doesn't have to be a huge commitment. Start small. Maybe it's 10 minutes in the morning before everyone else is up, or a quiet moment in the evening just after the kids are in bed. Use this time to do something that nourishes you. Read, meditate, journal, or simply sit in silence. The key is to create a habit of prioritizing yourself, even if it's just a few minutes a day. And why is this so important? Well, it's a powerful message to yourself that you've got you. Your nervous system works tirelessly to keep you safe, to keep you going. It deserves a break. This time is your way of rewarding it. For me, it started really small. It was a hot cup of coffee in the morning, alone and in peace. Eventually, it grew into a routine where I enjoyed that hot cup while writing down my to-do list for the day, but with a little bit of a journal twist. It wasn't just about listing a million tasks. It was a way to center myself. As these small practices became automatic parts of my daily routine, it was a clear sign that I could start to add a little bit more. The second step is to reconnect with something you love. Think back to a time before motherhood became the center of your world. What did you truly enjoy doing? Was it the thrill of playing a sport, the creativity of painting, the freedom of dancing, the escape of reading, or the peace of taking long walks in nature? These weren't just pastimes, they were pieces of you, pieces that made you feel alive, inspired, and connected to yourself. Motherhood has a way of shifting our focus entirely onto our children, often at the expense of things that once brought us joy. But those passions, those activities are still a part of who you are. They hold a power to reconnect to you. So try to reintroduce one of these passions into your life, even if it's in a small way. If you love painting, start with a simple sketch. If you love dancing and that brought you joy, put on your favorite song and dance around the living room. If reading was your escape, carve out a few minutes and dive into a good book. For me, this looked like 10 pages a day while the kids were in bath time routine. These activities are more than just hobbies, they're anchors to your identity. They remind you of who you are beyond the role of mom. They help you reconnect with the woman you were and still are, even if she just feels a bit buried under a whole bunch of responsibilities right now. The third step is setting boundaries and asking for help. This might feel like one of the hardest steps, but it's absolutely essential for reclaiming your identity. Let's be real. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable, especially when you've been conditioned to believe that you have to do it all because, well, a million mothers have done it before you. But here's the truth. Just because it's been done doesn't mean it's sustainable or healthy. Motherhood today is more demanding than ever. We are juggling more roles than ever before: caregiver, breadwinner, teacher, therapist, and the list goes on. We've had to absorb responsibilities that weren't ours to begin with, and the weight of it all becomes so overwhelming. So give yourself permission to say no. It is not selfish, it is necessary. Setting boundaries starts with honest communication. Tell your partner, family, or friends what you need. Don't be afraid to ask for support, whether that means requesting an hour to yourself, delegating household tasks, or seeking emotional support from those you care about. These boundaries aren't just about getting help. They're about creating the space that you need to reconnect with who you are outside of a mom. And I get it. It's easy to get stuck in the narrative that you have to do it all. But let me tell you, that narrative is a lie. No one can do it all. And you shouldn't have to try. Your well being is just as important as your family's, and setting boundaries is how you protect that. Don't feel like visiting that friend? Don't. Don't want to answer that call? Don't. Want to take yourself out for lunch? Do it. Asking someone to step in for you, even if it's just for an hour, is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Your kids deserve the best version of you, and you can't do that or be there for them if you're constantly running on empty. To make this easier, start small. Just ask for 15 minutes to yourself. It might feel strange at first, but those 15 minutes become a game changer. Once you see how good it feels, you'll naturally start to crave more. Gradually, you can move into bigger time slots, an hour, an afternoon, or even a whole day. And trust me, each time you do, it'll feel like a mini holiday, and asking for it will become easier and easier. Remember, reclaiming your identity isn't about finding time for yourself. It's about making that time sacred. Boundaries are how you protect that time, and asking for help is how you ensure that you have the energy to enjoy it. So there you have it. 3 powerful steps to start reclaiming your identity as a mom. First, carve out the time for yourself, even if it's a few minutes a day. Second, reconnect with something you love, no matter how small. And third, set boundaries and ask for help when you need it. These steps may seem simple, but they're incredibly effective in helping you feel more like yourself again. I'd love to hear from you. What step are you going to try first? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification so that you don't miss our next episode. We're going to dive into rebuilding your self-worth. This journey is all about taking small, intentional steps to reconnect with who you are. So in our next episode, we will explore how to rebuild your self-worth one step at a time, remembering finding yourself again is possible. And it starts with these simple actions. Until next time, you've got this.